Alrighty. Well, here we are for another edition of Super Mario Bros. 3 80% Warpless Randomizer Tournament. We have a double race happening because, well, it's just that doggone hype. And along with me, we have Matty J on commentary. What's going on, Matty?
I am doing okay. Well, hey, hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is my first commentary, my first speedrun commentary, by the way.
Uh-oh, that means you want to heavily judge him and send him critiques to his Twitch, okay? Make sure you just like, you're horrible,
Oh, send me anything. I don't really care. You know what I do really when on Twitch? I talk about Power Rangers and I talk about professional wrestling. So this is a little different. This is my favorite video game of all time.
Uh-oh. Y'all need to show him some love. Any y'all that had that Twitch Presents Power Rangers emote, hey, drop it in chat. Way back when there.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. So this race, we have two races going on. Right here on the left side of the screen, we have RaikouRider going against Yuveling. And on the right side of the screen, we have drjayphd going against Skybilz. So we should have what's going on. They're all actually playing the exact same seed, but we have the left side of the screen racing each other and the right side of the screen racing each other. So this should be quite fun to see how this turns out. A little bit easier for us commentators. Don't have to worry about two different seeds. And we're off. And hey, Vanilla World 1.
Vanilla World 1, and we have this is World 4-6, I think.
Yeah, we have dual deaths on the top screens there. From yeah, good big casualty there. So of course, just to let you all know, the goal of this game is to clear the game as always, but of course things are randomized. So in case you don't know what is randomized and all that good stuff, I invite you to type exclamation SMB3R, and you can see just as what we have randomized. Again, we have world order from 1 to 7. Enemies, the music if we really care about that much, items they get from power-ups, a whole bunch of stuff to make it a very unexpected experience. Of course, World 8 will always be last, Bowser will always be last, but everything in between the beginning and the start, who knows what will be. So, how hyper-free are you for this, Matty? Isn't this fantastic to have this?
This is one of those, like, RaikouRider's great Skybilz. I remember who won the showcase match a couple of days ago, which was definitely a hype match. All three did very, very well. Just Skybilz just did a tiny bit better. And we got Fortress, one of my favorite fortresses, actually, that she's going through right now. This is a mind-boggler if you don't know how to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because this fortress, obviously, if you had an item, you want to already start the tail. This is one that kind of messed up a lot of people as a kid because they didn't know how to get through this dumb level. You know, you have to
where are the enemies?
Get a power up and so man, it's quite fun. So of course, one of the biggest things about this randomizer, especially that is not part of the vanilla game, is that it will become very important how they maneuver through these levels because hammers and clouds become very important. Now, if you don't know about the randomizer, one particular feature added for the randomizer races is that hammers can not only break the rocks, the boulders that's on the map, but they also can break locks.
And that's going to play a lot into the strategy of the game as well.
Indeed, all those levels that are control a lock. So usually a lot of the castles, so the forts and whatnot are controlled by a lock. If you have a hammer, you can just knock it down. And of course, depending on what level, if you have a nice little accumulation of hammers, you could skip, in theory, almost the whole world for a nice combination of hammers and clouds.
You have hammers and clouds, you could skip a whole world. This is kind of where I'm thinking, I kind of wish, our players probably think, I kind of wish I had World 1 a little later, where you could have a hammer. There is that lock right at the start gate. You would have skipped 3 levels easily right there.
You sure can. And in fact, you know, talk about randomized items. And one thing that adds even a little more interesting variety to it is that, you know, a lot of you all remember the matching card game. When you got 80,000 points, you can play the matching card game. But items are randomized. So what you see on the cards when you make a match, you're not even going to know what you actually will receive until you check your inventory.
So it is a gamble.
It is. You could take the time and end up with more hammers, clouds, or maybe items you really don't want. Maybe, you know, a 3 collection of frog suits, for instance. You just don't know. DJPHD actually went with the sliding card game coming up empty on that one. No ups there. Looks like he took a couple of hits there as well. One thing I like though is the anchor. The anchor's a wild card. It does not stop the airship. It is just a random power up. You just don't know what it is until you actually get it. Yeah, it's kind of blank, and a lot of people didn't even know what the anchor even was. Like, what does this even do? You know?
I know what the anchor was because as a kid, it was a lifesaver.
Oh, did you fall? Did you mess up in those airships a couple times?
Well, as a kid, of course.
Yeah.
I remember playing that as a kid, and that anchor was a lifesaver, especially in World 5, where you skip a couple of levels and the airship just goes right between that little corner of levels you haven't played yet, and you want to skip because they're difficult as hell.
Oh yeah, definitely, yo. So right now, for our right side racers, Sky and drjay, Sky having the lead right now, already on to our first ship. Again, the ships are randomized, so if you don't know what's going on, when you get to the castle at the end of each world, the ship you play is randomized. All the scrollers are removed if you haven't noticed already, except for 2 levels, 5, 9, and one of the hidden levels, the lost levels that you may see throughout this run. So you'll see that Koopa Kids have randomized HP between 1 and 5, as well as their physics and their stun lock ability. So
also, again, do we have a vanilla Iggy?
We do. We really did, man.
Just not the vanilla stage, but that was vanilla Iggy, everybody.
Yep, indeed. So we have Sky a little ahead right now from drjay, moving on to the second world. And by the way, you can look at each person's tracker and see what world number they are on. So Sky's moving on to her second world, but of course we have a daunting World 7 map. And the main thing that makes World 7 so interesting is that
the tunnels are randomized, and I love that.
Yes, the pipes destination are completely randomized, so you have no idea how to get through.
Vanilla in this particular first part.
Yeah, except ironically we have the sun joining us on ironically literally vanilla. Kind of interesting how that worked out. What is this? Is this even randomized?
This is weird. Well, it's definitely randomized. You know it's randomized because we're in World 7 at World 2 in our second world. And he's going, and of course, we have a RaikouRider going through the sand stage where the evil sun is vanilla in this level.
Yeah, just avoiding that last little sun ray on that last little slope down there.
Avoiding that sunburn, that would be bad.
So you see Yuveling also completing his first world there, moving on to the World 7 that you see my players on. See the end card there for Raikou, and might want to see if he's going to try it. I noticed that his strategy, as he's mentioned, is that he likes to go for the matching game to try to get a nice little supply of items, and you see him right there going for it. Again.
Nope. And he's going to come up short on the first try.
Yeah, unfortunately, he knows the match already, so again, that pops up every 80,000 points, so he'll have another crack at to build up his inventory up a little bit.
Give him a couple of minutes on that. Meanwhile, I kind of noticed Skybilz having a good time on the first world, 5 minutes, just a little over 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it's interesting because, again, with the way pipes get randomized, you can literally clear worlds in 2 minutes. For instance, World 3, which we haven't seen yet, if you're familiar with World 3's maps, there's a pipe before you even get to stage 3-1. If that pipe takes you to the castle, son, you're home free, and you can just clear it in 2 minutes.
If the rando gods are in your favor, you skipping that world. That's huge in time.
Indeed. So it's going to be very interesting here. You see Raikou going to go to this mushroom, see what we get here. Again, these are also randomized. Again, nothing is static from the vanilla. You just don't know what you're going to get, where you're going to get it.
But he gets a lead first trouble, and that's always useful.
Coin ship for Maddie. I'm not Maddie. You're not playing. Dr. J over there. See, I want you to play, apparently.
No relation. No relation.
So, of course, seeing a coin ship is a guaranteed item. You don't know what it's going to be. Yeah, very nice P-Wing there. Now, speaking of P-Wings, there's a few levels coming up. Say, for instance, level 7-6, a level that typically you'll fly over. So one thing that these players need to keep an eye on is their life count, because if you have a level, oh man, the fall from Dr. J.
Yeah, DJ Phil, God.
If only we had an anchor. Oh, sorry, we don't need that now, do we?
We don't need it.
But
well, unless you need a power up, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
You don't know what it is.
So of course, one thing to note here is, ooh, another Duffy. Wish he would just jump across. Trust to jump. Now, speaking of, as I was getting ready to tell you about, the life count is crucial here because typically it is not any lack of hate if you decide to go for a 5 there. And oh, Dr. J falling again down to the last life here. Now the good thing is he's already broken the lock, so if he happens to game over, he'll have to redo 1, 5, and 1, 6.
He's not in too much trouble, but it could get an easy. He does.
I don't think I've seen many people actually balance quite that long, and now he goes aggressive. I guess he's like, you know, I bumped this like balance and let's jump across the mess. So Sky getting through World 7 finally found a way to get out of that mess. Again, could be very daunting, you know, taking your chance on the path and messing up. Again, Sky and Dr. J racing each other, and then on the left side, Raikou and Yuveling racing each other. They're all playing the same seed. But again, the left side is a match, the right side is a match.
For those joining us, everything is randomized except World 8. That's always World 8. Everything you see, and of course you see right there, Yuveling going through one of the lost levels there that was left in the Mario 3 code.
Yeah, there are 8 of those that can be potentially added to the level pool there. Some of them are kind of beta stages of other levels that are actually in the copy, and some are just levels like that, just like, what is this supposed to be? But usually they're pretty short for most of them. You know, some of them not so much. In fact, one of those is one of the 2 auto-scrollers in the game. Only 2. One of those, and of course,
everything you see, including airships, they're been de-scrolled. So you can go through them at your own pace, if you will. Which is huge in a speed run.
Yeah.
And Yuveling just scored a 5-star frog splash, 5 up right there.
Yeah. So now Dr. J has no lives here, so Dr. J may want to consider taking an instant game over just to not play this with 0.
Just to refill, just to get a refill.
Yeah, you can take 10 seconds to die and 5 free lives. But he's gonna go for it.
He's giving it a shot.
Yep, and
he's
man!
The giant worlds. Oh, did I hear it? Yeah, I did.
Yuveling taking a death on the airship there. Again, this airship is usually when you P-wing over and going old school like it's the 90s here. Because the thing about
slower, but hey, if it saves you life.
Yeah, it is slower. But again, stay above, and we got Sky having to watch out for Boss Bass. Not really a problem on this kind of elevated terrain here, because it's Boss Bass is going to end up above her, so no problem there on that level there.
Lucked out on that one.
Yeah. So we got Dr. J trying to get through World 7, and of course we got Raikou finishing up the World 7 map. Going to move over to his 3rd world. And speaking of the 3rd world, you see Skybilz going through another one of the hidden levels there. The icy up and down auto-scroller. Very, not too bad. Especially since that she has a, into the water, but she has kind of a nice little leaf to just kind of flow over most of the levels, so it's not much of an issue. Again, very short, per se.
Very short, a good traversage, actually. Just good.
Yeah.
And a star, so the next card she'll get an extra 1 up. Dr. J over there.
Interesting enough.
His troubles.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So Sky's gonna move over to the next level here. Again, watching out for Hotfoot. Hotfoot, the little walking candle flame, has actually a cousin in this version of the randomizer. Typically, the Hotfoot kind of behaves like the Boo. They only come towards you when you're not facing them. But in this version of the randomizer, he has a cousin that walks anywhere he feels like walking, regardless if you're looking at him or not. So you can't really fake those out. You just got to get over them and hope you don't get burnt in the process. Raikou getting that guaranteed match you saw earlier, matching 20 coins, matching the star. Oh, matching the mushroom. That's 3 items. We don't know what it will be until he checks his inventory.
He's done? What did he
here comes yeah, he's not going to probably check now. He takes a look. So we got a star and a cloud. I can't remember the third one from the right.
Not a bad
We do have a cloud. Yeah. So Sky is on this level right here. Good old World 6-5. Now the thing about this one is that because enemies are randomized, there are some locations where we do not randomize the enemies, or we always force a certain enemy to avoid the potential soft lock, because that's the level you have to fly to get out of it, and we don't want to have you unbeatable.
World 7 where you have to go through the piranha, you absolutely need the invincibility star. You need that star man.
Yeah. Fortunately, Yuveling wish he had a star, because Yuveling just got eaten up by Boss Bass there.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh boy, yeah. Send that lower ground, gotta be careful. And if you haven't noticed already, if you kill Boss Bass will respawn in about 5 seconds. So you're gonna have to deal with it the whole time until you complete the level, unless you change areas or whatnot. So Boss Bass will be dead, but she'll be back.
But just like Jaws, he'll come back eventually.
So right now, we got our right side, we've got Dr. J making the way through one level. Again, another Boss Bass occurrence on Sky screen there. Man, Boss Bass is... We had an earlier race today.
Showing up.
Yeah, if you missed the first race earlier today, we had quite an interesting situation for about 5-6 minutes. Boss Bass was bodying both of our players just non-stop. You're gonna have to go back and check that VOD if you missed the earlier race today.
And DJ and Dr. J scoring a big one, 5 up right there, 5-star.
Yeah. So again, a really good life situation. Oh yeah. Basically, those 2 players on that team, Dr. J, got 5. Sky definitely fine with double-digit life counts here.
Doing well. She'll do fine.
So again, taking the coin chip, getting a hammer there. Again, it doesn't hurt to try a hammer brother, since it's usually a short fight unless you're like little and you're in the water, which is not fun. But a guaranteed item, hopefully so good. And as you see, she's traversing through a level that usually people don't play. 6-7.
6-7, but actually scoring, doing very well with it.
Oh yeah. Again, not auto-scrolling. And with a tail, again, usually a lot of times in runs you see people with fire flower, but you know, the unknown, it really helps to float over some of these little projectiles and enemies and whatnot. You can know this does very quickly, and she smartly uses a star, like bump it. Don't even know what's coming. Let's just use it. And another hammer there.
Big. Again, of course, we saw one of the other the hand levels that only scored a music box for those keeping track.
Yeah. So again, these players will receive the same items for completing the hammer brothers and whatnot. So they both have the same chance should they choose to fight them. So sometimes you take a few seconds to get a very, very valuable item, especially when you realize what levels we have next. Again, we haven't seen World 3's map yet. World 8 is always helpful to possibly have a hammer to skip having to take another path. So they have to really think about their hammer count and even their cloud counts as they traverse these levels, man.
And for those wondering, yes, the music is indeed randomized as well, for those wondering.
Yeah.
And Skybilz completing the third world.
Raikou trying to figure out which path we want to go. Decided to go up to the hammer brother, trying to get a quick item. Raikou's a player that likes to build up a nice hefty inventory, but you don't want to spend too much time in.
There we go. And we had a 1-up in there as well.
The irony of dying when 1-up spawns. So just to give you an idea about why you saw that 1-up. First of all, I'm not sure where Dr. J was going. He was looking for a new secret there, but that's not the way there.
It was going down the hole. That's what he was doing.
You know. So one thing about power-up blocks, now not including the giant blocks in the game, but whenever there's a block that would normally contain a power-up or 1-up, those items are now randomized. So you can either receive a mushroom, fire flower, a leaf, a Starman, a 1-up, or it could randomize to a continuous Starman block. So if you're invincible when you hit it, you'll get a star. If you aren't, you'll just get a single coin. So you don't know what power-ups you'll get. That's why you saw that one up there all of a sudden.
And there's, speaking of the auto scrolls, where we have one right there, the diagonal one from World 5.
Yeah. Again, a level that typically, if you were running this game in a non-speedrun, speedrun setting, you would usually cloud over 5-9. No one likes 5-9. It's long, it's slow.
Raiko with another one that's that usually is auto scroll, but is a little easier with the auto scroll turned off.
Yeah.
Flies through it.
Yeah, there are some blocks and, like I said, some enemies that will not randomize. For instance, if you see 7, 8, you will not randomize because otherwise we have an unbeatable. So again, everything that is randomized that can be, you don't want to break the logic and have people in unbeatable or winnable situations. So, but unless otherwise, no.
For those who watch the Link to the Past randomizer, same different, same essential as the thing. Yes, it's randomized, but not to a point of unplayability.
Yeah, gotta have them finish the game now. We can't have them just sitting there stuck like Chuck now.
No sir, no sir, that will be bad.
So Sky, again, going through World 6, again, World 6 is one of the longer worlds. Again, we have 10 action stages, 3 forts, and a lot of locks. So this level can be very lengthy. Of course, with the pipe RNG at the beginning, did not take her over to 6-4, so she's gonna have to traverse it kind of normally. Again, not having there. Now she does have a hammer. I guess she decided not to take advantage of it. Again, want to save it.
Keeping it for later.
Yeah, and again, that's a very smart play. It's one of those things where you can save it. Yeah, you can save it, and sometimes it may backfire. You have a hammer, like, oh no, it doesn't take me where I want to go. So it's like, oh man, I could have used it there and skipped like 3 levels. But again, part of knowing what levels you play, what is remaining.
Dr. J almost got eaten by Big Bertha there. Ooh, that was close. Avoids it. Moves on.
So, Sky moving over to Tank 1 here. Now, again, Tank 1 is part of the main item, main level shuffle. So, all the numerical levels, anything with a number on it, quicksand, the pyramid levels, those are all levels that do not unlock a lock when you clear it. So since this level does not unlock a lock, it is tied to that particular pool. The other levels like the airship and whatnot, those usually unlock a lock. So all of those plus all of the forts are randomized in its own little level pack. So again, you can see that level anywhere, just like the hand levels. The hand levels on World 8 could appear anywhere on a regular level space. So quick levels too. If you happen to have a path choice, you can look up and choose that one and be done in just 20-30 seconds. Sand of shame for Raiko. Ooh, taking that sand of shame down there.
Ooh, taking a sand of shame. But hey, it's always a good strategy. Yeah, give yourself some time.
Of course, taking the left half will give you a power-up option, and we're going to get a leaf here. If you got a star, you have to wait it out because obviously in Starman mode, if you are not Small Mario or Frog, you do cartwheels and you have to wait till the Starman runs out because you can't go on the pipe, a downward pipe when you're cartwheeling. Ooh, Dr. J, boom, boomed him.
Oh, boom, boom, got him.
And Sky having to deal with Hammer Bro decides to go inside of the block there. I have to wait it out. It's kind of funny because
wait it out. Gotta love them glitches.
Ooh, man.
That's appealing for a trouble, though. That's huge.
Yeah, and again, Sky goes with the hammers. Raiko goes with the end cards there. So, again, it's kind of interesting because sometimes the Hammer Brothers, they jump and they'll just jump off the screen and just give you the easy kill.
Another star for a time with the Hammer Brothers as well.
Nice little falling music. Doom da doom da doom da doom, as we like to call it. Over there for Yuveling. Man, we got
Yuveling. He's gone to the Ice World, the longest level in the world in the game.
Yep.
As mentioned before.
Sky Maker having no issue with that little son, just jump over him. So again, the thing is, Raiko does a lot of cards, but at some point when you realize you have a lot of inventory, you got to be careful because you begin overwriting. You can only carry 28 items. you know, 28 items in this game is a lot to have a full inventory. So you gotta be mindful of, you know, okay, when is too many items? Like, hey, I'm spending a lot of time matching, and Dr. J decided to take the shell up with him, but it gets lost in transit somewhere.
Lost in transit, and am I wrong? Is he still at one? Is he only at 1 life again?
Yeah, we had those casualties on the airship and whatnot have drained him again.
Ooh,
so.
Yeah, that ate up his life. He's gonna look. Obviously, he's got another star card.
Now the thing is, right now, I'm not sure if Dr. J knows the route through this level. Ooh, Star's not going to really help you.
Oh, there's a mistake.
Yeah.
Something to watch here.
So of course,
and when he gets a hammer suit for his trouble, that's going to be huge if he wants to use that in the final level of the game.
Now, if you're not familiar with the level that Dr. J is on, this level requires you to have flight ability. So if you're a little like Dr. J is right now, you need to go get that power up, go back in the pipe, power up again to get that flight ability.
And he's not going back. This is and he just oh no.
Okay.
I don't think he's played this level, and he takes a death. Down to just the last life here.
Yeah, hopefully he knows to fly up and where.
Oh, there you go. He's got his
okay.
He's got his leaf.
While he's working way up there, we got Sky going for the 7-1 clip. Ooh, she goes in the door. I don't think she meant to do that. Again, 7-1 is an easily clippable level. You can just door clip above, and fortunately, she went. I think she only tried it twice. If I recall her saying she tried a couple times. If she doesn't get it, she'll just play the level. I would have gone for a few more times because you literally can try it about 20-25 times before you begin to lose time.
You could talk, and you can still make the same amount of time. So maybe she wants to go the long way. Maybe it's safer.
Yeah, if you're little, and you have an inventory item to power you up big, I would definitely take the quick death and go for the clip. It would still be quicker than traversing the entire level, unless you have another path choice somewhere. We gotta get this now. Oh, Dr. J can fly. If he needs to go fly.
He just needs to fly. He just needs to fly. Get a Koopa, maybe. I think he's figuring it out.
Yeah.
He just needs to. He's gonna
hurry up before that Koopa wakes up.
And he loses a Koopa shell.
The thing is, he can fly up there automatically because there may be a Koopa already up there waiting for him. And I think he decided to check, but he ran a peace speed there.
And of course, every time he gets off screen, that Koopa respawns.
Here we go. This is it. This is the run. Alrighty. He is through, and he definitely needs to get this 5 up here. He does not want to miss it. He's on 0.
He gets it. He got it. 5 stars.
Right into low life. So while he gets his life back up, Sky is about to complete her 4th world here, ironically, on the World 4 airship here, which is the slowest airship in the Mario series, if you ask me.
Yeah. But, one of the slowest, and did we mention this is not auto-scroll?
Yeah, not auto-scroll.
It's a massive help.
Get through here very quickly on this ridiculous.
Oh, and the ball, and he's stuck in the ball.
So she's just enough to nip him.
Again, you can luck out here, and that's huge.
Yeah, Raikou's he's still trying to get more items here. He's getting a lot of items here. I think if I was him, especially being on World 4, like, yeah, let's play it. I'm not sure how many hammers or clouds he wants. He's trying to get those. Again, they can be very vital, especially when we haven't seen World 3.
And God, that's Skybilz. Do you smell what the swamp is cooking?
Shouts out to Fred for having an endless supply of quotes here. And there's World 3. So the first thing she's going to do is shake the first pipe. This could take you straight to the castle.
And what do we get for your trouble?
Nope. We are placed on the other side of World 9. So she's going for the end card here. Trying to find some hammers,
probably get a hammer, maybe?
She lucks up there, finds a matching 20 there, and she lucks up again. Matching the flower, and there's a mushroom.
What do we get?
Let's see, she's looking for a couple of hammers here. So she has 2 hammers in the inventory and a cloud. And she has a long auto scroll. So she's going to take the death, and I bet you she's going to double hammer right now to get past this mess. Oh, she's just going to cloud. Okay. She's going to save it. She wants to save those hammers.
And she won the P-Wing, and she gets level 1.
Now, here's the funny thing about this. Because the pipes are randomized, she could potentially double hammer here, and the pipe to her right may take her to the castle. But she's going to go around it, and again, will that be quicker? Or maybe it will be better to save it and use it on a later level. These are the things we don't really know.
And I get the strategy of, okay, what if I can't beat it? I don't want to go back to the first level, which is smart. And
yeah, so that level. Because the thing is, in her situation, she already knows where one pipe goes. So if she used the hammer, worst case scenario, she plays one additional level and she's opened 2 additional pipes here. So the chances, because you've already exhausted, 2/3 of the pipes. But she's in her favorite level. Scott does not like this level. This is 7-5.
I do not blame her. 7-5 is not fun.
Again, 7-5 is a very lengthy level because you have to navigate the maze. Typically, if you have another path, you just want to skip it because it's just so slow. So, even though she has the lead right, she's like, bump this star. She just hits the blocks. Hammers are not ever required. Hammers are never. They just can be helpful to skip. They can break rocks and allow you to bypass certain paths. So again, hammers in the randomizer allow you to break any locks that you see on the world maps, and as well by default the boulders,
locks and rocks. But the cloud, you got to beat the next level to move on.
Yeah. So one thing to note especially is that even though she has 2 hammers, she knows where a matching card is. She could honestly, she has 480,000 points. So she's going to get an end card next anyway. So if she gets another hammer, who knows? That's going to be 3 hammers. I don't know. It's one of those gambles that you have to think about how you're going to... Who knows? Maybe one of our other players. In fact, you see Raikou double hammering. So we're going to actually know what's going to happen right now. If Raikou could actually just go right to the castle. He's going to try to pipe to the right first.
What we got for our troubles?
Let's see if this would have paid off had Scott
Drum roll, everybody.
No, the looping pipes.
Looping pipes. This is interesting now.
Yep. So we only have, and so I think he might not even try the initial pipe. So he realized the only correct answer is to beat the level behind the second fortress. So unfortunately, that means that Sky is taking a very unneeded way. Unfortunately, as we now know, she doesn't know, but we know from just 2 people playing the same seed.
So, matter of fact, all 4 are playing the same seed.
Yeah, all of them are playing the same seed. So it's interesting how that works. Again, the left side of the screen are racing each other, and the right side, Dr. J and Sky, are racing each other. So 2 different races happening simultaneously, but all the same seed. So interesting to note right now, because Raikou has a hammer. I'm not sure if he has a cloud, but he literally can cloud and hammer and go straight to the castle, save the fortress, whatever it may be. No mode, right? No mode.
There you go, no mode. That's the benefit of calling 4 matches in a row. You know things, folks.
Yeah. Again, and not to mention, you see how the randomizer you see the thought pattern of how our players work, Some decide to gamble the double hammer, it may pay off. So, for instance, if Sky and Raikou were going at each other, he may have the lead, but what would happen later? Her saving those hammers may skip longer levels? I don't know. Raikou going for more items.
Going through my favorite level. Why? Da boot.
But there's no boot here. The boot sometimes gets randomized out, unfortunately. So,
which is sad.
Yeah.
But
hey, Frog's for Yuveling. Definitely. So again, now here comes Yuveling. Let's see what Yuveling does on World 3. And again, gonna do the obvious thing. Check the pipe first.
Check it. Does he like it? No, he doesn't. He goes back.
Mm-hmm.
Does he double hammer? He's gonna try and hammer. No.
He only has. Looks like he only has 1 hammer. So only 1 hammer.
He's supposed to go through the auto-scrolling level.
Yeah. Dr. J on not a fun level. Ugh.
No, and there's a reason why right there.
Yeah, this is not a fun level. This is what 6 Fort 3. Again,
so vanilla fort, but not in the right spot, obviously.
Yeah. So we have Yuveling chugging along through the hidden level auto scroller, and Raikou at the castle going to have the quote overall lead between all 4 of our runners. Again, ooh, taking a death to the ground boo there. Again, in fact, this is one level that having a hammer, since this level is really for anybody really, having a hammer could just instantly break that lock open, allowing him to avoid this level altogether. Again, down to 3 lives again, getting a little critical on those lives again.
He is riding a very tight wire. So far, it's paid off. So far, he may not be winning, but he's going through it, and he's chugging along just fine.
Definitely. By the way, if you saw Raikou's screen, you saw Wendy was the fight there, and Wendy had some. She on them games. She got a little. She a little thick there, so she had the stun lock ability, which is unlock her vanilla form. So again, gotta watch out for those stun locks. It easily can be a quick kill. So here's the thing, Raikou is on your own World Forest map. So again, this is another map that if you happen to have a hammer, you can literally skip 3 of the levels in this just off the jump. It'll put you right beside the first fortress that you would normally play in order. And
gets world to get 1-2 with a big old sun. Look at him going.
Look at it, drops on this little cute little flower. But the sun's gonna get directed.
And the vanilla star.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh no.
First trouble as well.
Dr. J down to 2 lives. The good thing is Dr. J beat that fortress. So in case he happens to game over, at least that path will and open. Again, locks don't come back when you game over.
No, locks and rocks, once they're done, they're gone.
Yeah, but unfortunately the stages will reactivate, so
yeah, so we'll have to redo all that again, but no! Gets caught by a cannon by the tank level. By the army.
That face is non-existent.
Ooh, that face is gone.
Yeah. But who's also gone is Skybilz. She's gone on from her 6th world and headed over to her 7th world now. And what do we have left here? I think we have World 5's map, I believe. I don't think we've done World 5.
The Sky is left. Skybilz on a big lead. Oh, actually, this is the big level. So with that,
I don't know. It's been so long. Yeah. Yeah, so of course, this map again, Sky has a hammer. Remember, she did not double hammer. So as I just mentioned, she can skip the first 3 levels of this world.
She's gonna play the matching game first. What should we go? What do we get first? No match. It's a star and a mushroom. No match. No luck.
Yep. Raikou going for the clip there.
All right, what do we get on the other tunnel?
Now she has a cloud. She can also
there you go.
Yep. So again, that skips
right there.
Yeah, that's one of those advantages of saving those clouds. Again, keeping an eye on what levels are left because she has World 5 left. Now, having a hammer in World 5 is extremely beneficial in the upper part because you will skip. I mean, you got 1, 2, 3 levels also skip, and combine that with a cloud, you can skip even more. Maybe even the hammer brother on top of that. So her choosing to keep her double hammers again. She only has 1 left, I believe. So the question is, will she use it in this world or save it for World 8?
And Yuveling, I think he was going. Oh, I think I know what the castle is. Is that? Yeah. Oh, is that from World 5? World 5.
Yep, that is World 5 Fort 1, the one that's in the bottom of the area. Again. Now again, you can kill those. In case you don't know, Tanuki suit can kill swamps.
Oh yeah.
They can kill quite interestingly.
Or you can hammer them. That can work as well. There you go.
You know, usually as a kid,
I don't think you want to use the hammer, but you know, in desperate times.
Yeah. Most people don't know that. You know, usually when you get one of these fancy power ups, you usually lose them. Usually you lose them quicker than you can maintain them. But like I said, Tanuki can kill hammers, thwomps. It can kill pootaboos. They can kill the flames on ships, on airships. That doesn't make any sense, but it does. I mean, hey, Miyamoto.
Hey, it's an extra 200 points. Are you going to complain? I'm not.
Hey, it might trigger an in-card matching game. You might get a hammer.
There you go. There you go.
So again, Sky's going to use her music box, get them out of the way. Again, getting close to the end. So, ooh, a little speed. Raikou going too fast. Going too fast in the Mario game. What is this? Yuveling trying to figure out.
Speed run like this, speed kills. And, that's 8-1. Skybilz gets 8-1.
I heard she actually loves 8-1, but no, she doesn't. No one likes 8-1.
No one.
It's a very technical level to even speed run.
I say someone who's a masochist. That's what I say.
You know, it can't go too fast in Mario.
In short order, that is a good thing. Gets a star for trouble.
So of course, Raikou is going to not use Music Box again. People kind of forget about Music Box. Music Box puts the Piranhas and Hammer Brothers on the maps to sleep for 3 turns. So Raikou having so many items. You know, especially being 6 worlds in, I would consider using the music box like Sky did, just to save some time.
Just to help shorten up the level a little bit. That would definitely help.
Now, speaking of short levels, that level that you see Yuveling, that is one of the hidden levels. Again, very nasty in that lower water section. Raikou looking for secret paths and warps to the level. Ain't nothing down there, my friend.
Yep.
And he is done with that level. Now, of course, one thing, if you don't remember, is that using a cloud will skip a level, but if you happen to die after your level you bypass and you don't previously go on a pipe or something, you're going back before that level and you're going to have to redo it again or re-cloud it, which is never fun if you have that problem.
Ew.
So again, Sky getting way through airship, again having to deal with World 7's airship, again one of the longer ones, but
and one of the more difficult ones as well.
Yeah. Again, much faster with the lack of auto-scrollers on the airships. And let's see who's waiting. We've got Iggy. Iggy is just basic Iggy, no super jump like Iggy has in vanilla. And there goes fire. And it's a one-hit Iggy.
One-hit wonder on that one.
Might have been a little combination with the earlier fireball hits, but not many hits at all required. And so there we go. Speaking of auto-scrollers, we got Yuveling going through 1-4 here on auto-scroller style and getting a star there. Yuveling going for coins here, going for the high score run here.
It's not a bad idea. More coins, more lives.
Maybe Yuveling may, well, actually, it almost like Yuveling was trying to trigger the White Mushroom House, which is based on your coins, but White Mushroom Houses still exist. There are few levels in the game.
Still get them. Let's see if he does. Let's see if the effort pays off. And I don't see it. No.
Yep. Gonna frog it out. Oh boy.
Ooh, well, it is. Well, they are impervious to ice levels.
Yep.
You see that?
Oh my goodness! The Kobe in between the 1 block wide gap. Oh.
That's rough.
Well, the good thing is actually because regardless of which way he goes, he needs to clear 2 levels. So it's either going to be this path in the castle or the other path in the castle. The star juking him. And ooh, Dr. J taking a death there. Dr. J riding the low life count, and Raikou, he gets pushed off the bottom of the screen. He's sunk.
Yeah, Skybilz.
He sunk my Mario down there.
Skybilz and Raikou going through their last levels before hitting up HE double hockey sticks, World 8.
This like I think Raikou took an optimal depth. He realized that was a low fly over. He was smart and realized he had a P-wing, which is typically what you do on that was level 6-9 there. Yeah.
ACRs, we only trigger White Mushrooms houses in worlds 1 to 7, only once per world. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, yeah, some levels require auto coins, but some levels have like a 2-coin window Not quite, but literally most of them. And of course, on that level, couldn't even get them all anyway. So again, that would just trigger another random item. Again, it's because you could trigger it and get a star, like whoop-de-doo. Like you did all that work for coins, and you're going to get a randomly awarded item because they are randomized. Yeah, Raikou probably should be done with his matching fun. Again, on the 7th world here. Sky putting that hammer bubble sleep, going to trade up the tower here. Going to go start up.
Not going for the coin bow, but then again, she's good on lives. I think 22, if I remember.
Oh yeah, she's got way enough.
She's good.
She should share some lives with her competitor up there. He's down to 1 there.
1 again, and going through Hammer Bros with the Star Man gets that done. What did he get? He waiting for his troubles.
Yep, and Yuveling, unfortunately, getting crunched by the thwomp down there.
Ew.
Just splattering Mario all over the ground. Again, having to
talk with
Jawbones chilling on top of the candle there.
Chilling over there going, I'm a zombie goop, I'm gonna eat you up now.
Oh man. Again, Raikou avoiding that star again. That would trigger Cartman. We ain't doing South Park. Cartwheel Mario, somersault.
Yeah.
Can't enter those vertical pipes. And nice little icy level there. Again, a level you typically would fly under for those who want to go speed. And burnt. Raikou gets burnt.
Raikou got caught, got burned.
Oh boy.
Skybilz, a difficult fortress there.
Yeah, both of our players on the left side, Raikou and Yuveling, everybody's having fire issues down here. Yuveling is getting burnt and squished, and Raikou's getting burnt. I mean, gosh, man. They need some hazard pay for all this mess over there on that left side of the screen there. And Dr. J decides to kill mankind.
Taking care of that sun, not messing with that good idea.
Rip the earth.
Starts running and completes the level.
Yep. Oh boy. Man, a little bonk there.
Yuveling completing that fortress there. Skybilz, another ice level.
Man, what is going on? It's just literally World 6 up there. Oh, this is another one of those levels she's not a fan of. She literally was talking about this about a couple hours ago that she cannot stand this level because when the star runs out, you have look at all this stuff. You've got blooper babies,
Big Bertha's everywhere.
Bertha and her babies. It's just a whole family reunion up in here.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
You know, we've got this cheap here and here we go. This is where it may get a little laggy. Oh boy, babies and just going to damage me and hopefully not die. Watch out for this overhang. Oh my, look at the frames are gone. And oh goodness, Yuveling gets ringed by Wendy. Again, dying in the randomizer. If you're familiar with vanilla, wow, the boss bash there on Skybilz?
That was sneaky.
You gotta be careful because again, any level that typically has an enemy by the card at the end, it could randomize to a boss bash. So while you're sitting there trucking along at P speed, gulp, just take you out.
Ow, nom, nom.
You know,
Skybilz taking the frog shoot. Swimming along. This is usually a auto scroll, but not here.
Yeah.
Oh, gets hit by the electro jellies.
Yuveling P-winging over thick Wendy down there.
Yeah.
Up, Yuveling disqualified. Jump for the wand. Never say losing for. You know, it's one of those little annoying little things that it is quicker to actually not jump for the wand because the higher you are, the farther you fall. The only exception is if you can wall jump off the sides and grab the wand at the very top of the screen. You'll instantly zip to the bottom when it's time to scroll down, but ain't nobody got time for that swag stuff. You know? So Sky's
entering the last airship.
Oh yeah, and then she's going to be headed to World 8 here, having the lead down. Quite a lead over Dr. J.
She gets the World 2 airship.
Only one we have left here. Again, you'll see them all, just don't know which order you'll see them. Swag confirmed greater than frames. In that case, let's tell her to put on her blindfold and it's a little bit more entertaining for you all. You know? So Sky having the lead over Dr. J. Raikou trying to figure out how to get through World 8 right now. Again, a pipe maze because of this. I'm trying to figure out how to get through. And of course, Ooh, stuck behind that lock there, not going that way, so back we go. Again, there's so many options here. And oh my goodness, we get 742 in the level it belongs, World 8, to be quite honest with you. This level is not fun.
It's rough. Say what it is, it's rough, it's not fun.
Having the tail makes it a little easier to kind of get, time your landings, do a little whip action. I'm sorry, whip action. I gotta start that with an H, not a W there. So, of course,
who cares?
No more whip action with that one.
Whip, whatever.
We have a little firepower now.
And Raiko is gonna make it.
Yeah. We got Yuveling down there in that maze-like dungeon again. If you don't know the game, might be a little challenging as well. And now Yuveling.
This is the World 8 dungeon, if I remember. Yeah, this is the World 8 fort.
Mm-hmm. So Sky again making her way in World 8 again, gonna try the first pipe, seeing where it takes us, and of course it takes us to the third screen here. And again, one free pipe. Ooh, Yuveling getting a little crispy there. And she likewise is stuck behind that lock. Again, that lock having a hammer there would allow you to test it, but there are 2 locks on this world. So, if you have any hammers, now is the time to test them out.
Test out the pipe structure in this level, but she's gonna go through it.
Oh yeah, and of course, Raikou just realized that he is on the wrong path. He has to go the vanilla route for now. That whole
but gets the fort from World 2.
Yeah, man, what a shame. Again, that is the randomizer.
Mm-hmm.
You may have to traverse a whole path 2-3 levels deep just to realize it's not correct. So we're gonna see what Sky does, see if she happens to follow the same path that Raikou did. And Yuveling trying to get through this nice little fort. Man, and all these forts happening right now. Forts and airships. Ooh, that was that.
Skybilz gonna try it. What do we get? We get hand level, so she's got to go back.
Yep, and oh boy, of course.
This may be a vanilla first world, but let's see.
Yeah, that right. Those 2 pipes are opposite each other, so it looks like we're going to go across the hand path here. It's our only screen left. It's our only screen left. We have not checked except I don't think they went the 8-2, 8-1 route. I'm not sure.
Raikou, World 2-1.
Oh, look at the little baby around. Wants to be like her mama. I'm gonna get you. But no threat really. Oops, watch out for that. Again, one thing about these is they spawn very quickly. If you notice, they spawn in mid-air. Wherever Mario's vertical position is, that's where it spawns at. So you can literally see a boss bass flying in the air. Don't think you're safe with a P-Wing, because you may have a surprise flight visitor. So, Raikou getting a little damage there. Again, super tank here. Again, no auto-scrolling, so we're just get through all this, watching out for all these wrenches and cannonballs.
Going through King Koopa's goalkeeper. Yep. The last tank before the big level, but let's see how he goes. He takes down Boom Boom one more time.
Yep. No. For your looping pipes, it is possible to have pipes that literally take you to each other inaccessible.
And he's made it.
Yep, he's made it. But it won't.
Made it to the last screen of the game.
Yep. So, for instance, on the map screen of World 8 that has the hand level, the upper right area that has the kind of the L-shaped path, it is possible that those 2 could connect to each other, which means you could never access it, but it would never come into play either because they're basically locked out from you accessing them. It doesn't affect you from being able to get through the level. So the main logic of the game is ensuring that there's actually one successful path to get through. As long as that exists, fair game.
And Raikou went through for the army, takes the lockdown. Time for the showdown. What does he do? He goes a Starman route.
Oh, you know what? Then this is the thing with the randomizer, because this is the second day of the randomizer races.
Yeah.
And what I want to see is someone who has the kahunas to do Bowser stage frog style. That's what I want. I want a frog kill on Bowser. That is what I'm waiting for someone to just do it.
Cojones, huevos.
You know?
In French, we call it les couilles.
You know, that's what I'm waiting for. You know, Hammer swag. I mean, Hammer's quick kill. Bowser dies within just a second or two. Which is a smart
move, and he's definitely he's going the higher level, the more difficult level.
Yeah, I definitely want to always have a Hammer suit.
I always found this the higher level easier myself. That's just me.
Yeah, again, very quick kill here. 2 Hammer shots. So Raikou gonna win the race against his competitor Yuveling.
And he's got a score. Looks like it's gonna be 53-50.
So let's give our GGs to Raikou. Hey, maybe getting all those end cards paid off there.
48.
I should get on Raikou late, bruh. How many items do you have left in your inventory? You got about 14. Yeah, but he did win his race.
Have them, but hey, sometimes it's nice to have it in the back.
Not racing
rather
with
be safe than
else.
sorry. Rather be safe than sorry.
And Skybilz.
She also having that hammer suit
now, doing the same strategy.
Yeah. So again, sometimes taking those time to get all those additional items pays off. Sometimes it may not, but he will take the win, and we're gonna work on getting him in here to talk about this lovely seed here.
So right now, RaikouRider over Yuveling, and Skybilz clipped her way to the last bit. She's gonna get me Mouth King Koopa in just a few minutes and take care of that.
Yep, and again, very quick kill. And Skybilz will be the winner in her match against Dr. J. Finishing.
The official time will be around the 55-minute mark. Not too bad, though.
Indeed. So those are our winners of each of the matches. Again, for those who don't know, this tournament is designed in a... we have group stages first. Groups, everybody's grouped up in bunches of 4. Each of them will race each other, and the top 2 players from each one will advance to the bracket phase there. So both of these will get, both of them, this is their first match of a tournament. So they're going to start off with a win for those 2. We got Dr. J. Unfortunate game over, I think.
And I have to, yeah, it gets game over. By the way, I just want to tell you, good luck. We're counting on you.
Yes.
And Shirley, and I am serious, do not call me Shirley. Airplane, one of my favorite movies.
The trademark phrase from Fred.
Oh, yeah. So 55:08 for Sky, and who we got in here now?
Yep. So we're
gonna
add in RaikouRider. Oh, you think you're good or something, eh?
Hashtag Team Boom Boom.
I was like, why is Team? Well, see, let me tell y'all something. See, I have a slight. Okay, I have a pretty big admiration for RaikouRider because the SGQ last year we had the Mario 3D relay race, and I was supposed to participate in that, but due to some personal issues, I couldn't go. And Raikou was my replacement, and he represented for Team Boom Boom, and our team won. So I might have been a little biased in who I want to win there. I'm just saying. Actually, I mean, he literally replaced me on Lost Summer, well, I couldn't mind. But man, you were a man of your word, and you did do numerous matching games. Now, as I said earlier, how many extra inventory items did you end up with? We should take a poll and take a list of all the extra items you had left over when you finished.
Actually, I used most of my items. I had a fistful of stars, and I think like 1 hammer suit left over. I'm one of those people that I will do every end card until World 6.
Were you hunting for hammer suits? I would assume.
Most of the run, I was actually looking for a hammer suit for Bowser, and I was just looking for power-ups in general, because that was really, especially in the early going, a a very power-up starved seed. By the way, who dealt this mess?
Please, this is nothing compared to the race earlier today.
Oh God, the
you could have had that
race
seed
earlier of all the big Berthas. Oh boy.
Oh,
Are you talking about the race earlier this afternoon?
Yeah, the Boss Bass massacre in 2-1.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that race. That looked like it was a really annoying seed.
Yeah, you could have had that seed, so you should be thankful for that one. But I will not reveal I won't reveal the person who made the seed, but I do know their nickname usually starts with Big and ends with John, but that's all we do.
And joining us in the call.
Can't divulge any more information.
Joining us in the call as well.
So tell me, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Sky.
Look. Now, Sky. Now you won your match.
Yeah.
But
that's all that matters.
Know what's interesting?
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna have to ask you to. I can't say man up. I'm gonna have to ask you to woman up here because technically RaikouRider actually had a faster time about you, which is unheard of. And let me tell you something that was interesting. Well, we have both our winners. Both of these are our winners of their respective matches. So one thing that came into play when you all got to World 3's map, you had hammers, and knowing your strategy, you usually save your hammers for the latter worlds. Whereas Raikou decided to double hammer and try it out and see what happened. So I was like, there's a little, the different strategies there to see how it pay off there. But look, I saw you play a matching game now.
I did just once to try it out because I'm not really a huge fan of it. But like, had I been racing Raikou one-on-one, I probably would have hit a couple more of those. But since I was racing Dr. J, I decided I'll try it out once. If not, great. If not, it wouldn't hurt to get a few extra levels practice.
So you were that girl as a kid who never played Memphis. She's like, bump this anybody down.
Yeah.
So Raikou, tell me about this seed. What could you not stand about this particular seed since you apparently didn't like it all of a sudden?
First of all,
I know the 6 map it kind of gave you a kind of headache there.
First of all, that. Well, not even that. Just first of all, the very first level was a huge mess.
Ooh, boy, yeah, that was. We had some quick deaths on that stage.
I'm pretty. I wouldn't be surprised if we had 4 synchronized deaths on that level.
Nope. I only died on an auto scroller, and I did that on purpose.
Oh wow!
I died once.
Mine were playing. Yours were just bad skills.
Also, I was really scared when the double hammer play in World 3 didn't work out at first, but when I realized what the pipe layout was, the double hammer did allow me to skip several levels, which wound up being about as valuable as you would expect the double hammer play in World 3 to be. It's not my ideal place to use hammers, but at that point we were kind of running out of worlds, and I didn't have that many places that a hammer would be useful. I try to use all my hammers and all my clouds prior to going into World 8 because there are only fringe situations where clouds are useful in World 8, and although a hammer can be very valuable in World 8, it's usually more valuable to use it in a location where you can skip at least 3 levels.
Yeah, because in your cases, based on the path that you all had, at that point you had basically World 3, World 5, where you only have 1 hammer opportunity, and you had World 8. And of course, as you all now realize, World 8, the hammer there was pointless because those 2 pipes connected to each other. Well, they had no benefit in the route. You had to basically go vanilla, going through across the hand stages. So, what do? You always try that first pipe, and let me ask you, Sky. When you try that first pipe in World 8, you beat the first level there, you take the first pipe. If that path doesn't take you where you want to go, do you traverse it, or do you just go ahead and do the other ship and get that other pipe open? What do you do first?
I always try to find the dark room as soon as possible, because that gives you the maximum amount of pipes. And then I ran into 7F2, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna roll with it. I one-shot it, which was kind of nice. That one can be a nuisance. And it just happened to be the very last pipe I chose was the one. It was okay, only got one hand going across the hand bridge. But I would definitely say to anyone playing this, I would definitely try to look for the dark room first, even if you're wrong. Because that gives you the max amount of possible outcomes for that.
Because if you can get to that bottom section, you got another pipe right there to your right, and you know, only one level blocking you from the other two. No matter which side you're on, for that matter, she have, you know, stuck behind that lock. So, oh yeah, but it definitely worked out.
I think that's in my guide. If it's not, I'm going to put it in there. But that's the same strategy I have for World 8, is to get to the dark room as quickly as possible. Because when you get there, you have 3 shots. You have 1 shot that's usually free. If you get one of the bottom 2 pipes, you get 2 more shots by beating the fortress. And then if you want to do 1 and 2, you get 1 more pipe there. So it's something like 5 shots at the magic pipe.
You all stay tuned. Raikou's gonna write a book about this, so that way you all can have, you know, the e-copy, all that good stuff, PDFs. But yeah, that's exactly right, because you have to be mindful of where they go, and of course, unless you just luck up and the first pipe takes you there, then hey, nothing to worry about. But hey, no freebies in World 7 this time. You know,
no, not at all.
And drjayphd for those keeping score, just game overed.
Yeah, man. Ooh.
Interestingly, Sky and I actually, like, we not only took the same path, but we got the same hand RNG in World 8. We only got 1 hand apiece.
Yeah, lucky peoples, I tell you. We'll never know what was in the other hand. The mystery.
I used to run this game a long time ago.
Yeah, like I said, running the game can definitely help out. You know, RNG kind of levels the playing field a little bit, you know, but you know, some of these levels, especially when it comes to, you know, guess the pipe, which way did we go, you know, it's just sometimes a luck shot on those. But hey, nevertheless, both of you are getting the win in your first matches, so hey, off to a good start on that one.
That actually is a huge sigh of relief for me, because Fonzoid is in my group and he has specifically requested we play our match last. Because it could determine which of the 2 of us advances. And Fonzoid and I have done a lot of racing together. We're both very good. And
well, I tell you what, if everybody decides to wait till last, then somebody gonna have to step in and say, okay, we'll go now. I ain't trying to give y'all some DQs. Lose, y'all fail. The whole group is out. So, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. Hey, Scott, who are you looking forward to race the most across the whole tournament?
I would love, out of most people, I want to see either Fonz, Pooh, or Mitch at the end. I would like a rematch against either Pooh or Mitch. Or Fonzoid and I have actually been doing a lot of the nightlies together. A lot of really close, really good races. I would love to see any one of those 3 at the end.
Fonzoid and I have had a ton of close races as well. I think we had... I remember distinctly, I think one of our races had like a 3-second differential.
Yeah, that can be crazy good, man. And by the way, while we're talking about racing, those who don't know, this along with many other games, there is a Discord for the Randomizer tournament. You know, it's kind of more designed for the tournament. In theory, anyone can really join it per se. And again, if you are interested in playing the Randomizer yourself and all that good stuff, well, thanks to Nora right there. You can see the links right there. The links about the pace bin was a short little description on how the tournament works. A link to join the challenge. You can check out the brackets. You can download the Randomizer program itself, made by Fred F. Coughlin, who's just a programming beast. He made this other one randomizer, and you can just randomize your lives with so much fun. Again, it is a treat to play this, and it is. Some of us have been playing this thing since well early last year. Just so many races on our own streams and things like that. And if you haven't played it, you need to hop on it. It's some good stuff. I must say, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
I think everybody loves it, man. It's such a joy. It's a huge nostalgia factor for those who, you know, played this as a kid and, oh man, what is this randomizer? What does it do? It looks pretty cool, and you know, you got a chance to try it out yourselves here.
Oh, absolutely. Huge Huge shout out to Fred. He's the one that's made this possible. I know Sky has done a lot of beta testing for Fred. I've done quite a bit of testing for him. Super Mario Bros. 3 was actually the first video game I ever played as a kid. I remember picking up a controller when I was either 3 or 4 and trying this game.
Yeah, it is definitely a good one, man, and it's one of those games that literally, even if you don't like Mario, you know the game. Everybody's heard of the game. Not a soul on this earth unless you're born like yesterday. It's like, what is this? I mean, everybody knows in this. Always fun to see in the randomized setting, man. Because, but you know what? Since I know those C's were boring for you, I'm gonna see if I can liven up the C's a little bit more for you, just to make it work a little bit harder, maybe.
I'm all for that. Go for it, Big John.
They might have to just straight up modify the game file itself after we randomize. Throw a couple birthdays there, and oh boy, if you all make it to the brackets, oh boy, we got some stuff for you.
I would definitely suggest maybe for the brackets, if you really want to be cruel, Big John, taking the hammers out of brackets.
Oh, that's already confirmed. Hammers are going away.
Good,
yes.
good.
I've already said that we're going to prolong the races, so hammers will not be able to break locks when we get to the bracket stage. So enjoy it while you can. Yeah, I put on the documentation that when we begin our bracket stages, we may have some changes on how the gameplay will function. So yeah, you better enjoy them suckers now while you can. You know, and of course, as we get towards our semifinals, we're going to begin to go into our best out of 3 format as anyway. So should be more fun.
I like that.
Not certainly. A fan. Well, you know what, Jake. The thing is, I can't please everybody. Trust me, there are people who aren't too thrilled that hammers can even break locks as well. Some people want the vanilla game. How come we can't just race Mario 3 regular? Because it's a randomizer tournament. It kind of defeats the naming purpose. So. But again, we have to do things. And first, if you make it that far, you should be pretty good anyway. We want the viewers to have a little bit more content. But
if I make top 8, I'll be happy.
What's that?
I said if I make top 8, I'll be happy.
Hey,
I think I can go pretty deep.
Oh yeah, I mean, as long as you have fun with it, man. We were talking about it, just kind of discussing like how do you work it, because one thing, especially in the early stages, that we have a lot of matches, and if you haven't noticed already, there are so many tournaments going on right now in Randomizer world that it is just jam packed. I mean, we're doing a 2x2 race right now just because of so much stuff, and we've got by the way, FYI, we have a 2x2 race coming up at 12:30 a.m. So about an hour and 10 minutes from now.
I wish I could watch that. Unfortunately, I have this thing called work.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I appreciate y'all staying up to make sure all of that is staffed and that the tournament's great. Thank you so much again to everybody who works behind the scenes. I can't stress that enough. They don't get enough love, so please follow those people as well.
Yeah, man. Make sure you follow these runs, man, because again, these people play this, and of course, hey, they're providing you free entertainment, only the cost of your ISP. But some of y'all might be stealing it anyway from a nearby Wi-Fi hotspot or something. So, but yeah, make sure. I'll
be honest. I was watching the afternoon game on the bus home on my cell phone. It was 160p, but I still watched it.
The addiction is real, man.
It is. It's becoming real. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I actually finally installed a Twitch app on my phone. I'm like, what? When I have to go drive, go drive way up to Baltimore. I'm like, I need something to watch. Bump the radio, so I just kind of put my phone somewhere where I can't really see it. And I'm like, okay, let's turn on Twitch and see what's up.
And Yuveling finally making it to Bowser's Castle.
Oh yeah, man. Very daunting game, man. And we have a lot of people in the tournament. They don't run this game. They just, hey, randomizer, cool, I want to play it. So, you have to respect those people who may not know the game, and they just try anyway. They want to have fun. They may not be the best player, but that's the thing about it is it's for everybody. Of any skill set. And it's fun, man. That's the end result, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
That's the end result, man. And we can't wait for that Mario World randomizer, right?
I know all about that. I had to do a lot of play
boy.
testing because that was my boyfriend's product.
Oh boy, we get off the blue. Let's see. If we put all the blues name behind it, oh god, everybody's gonna be, oh god, it's gonna be horrific. Everybody's gonna be dying, and it's gonna be bad. As someone who has played the Mario World Randomizer a lot, oh man, it is man. It has so much customizability. It is insane, and oh boy, I want that later on this year. I really do.
I need to try that. I haven't messed around with the SMWR yet.
Say no. Well, it depends on your settings. Again, you all can provide more information about that later. But it's just so many randomizers, you know, just so many talented coders out there.
Oh, absolutely. I've messed around with probably 10 different randos, and they're all great.
Yeah, not confirmed yet, Tab. Hold on, bruh. Yuveling cheesing using the Game Genie there. Again, only the hitbox is on the head there, so ducking to win, or if you're small, just sit there and relax.
Sit back and relax for Mystery Science Theater 3 Rando.
Anyways, thank you so much for having me again. I'm gonna roll up, but thank you so much again.
No problem.
For
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Oh yes, guy. You have yourself a good evening.
Thank you.
And
you
too. Finally taking care of Bowser. He's done. Probably going to finish at a time of 1:14. And he's in 1:13:54.
Oh yeah, GG to Yuveling.
GG Yuveling. This was a tough seed.
This was
not giving up there. Not giving up on.
Like, this was a really tough seed.
Yeah.
Here's an idea of how tough a seed it is. Our DJ, Dr. JayPhd, still at 114. He's still in world. He's just entering world 6.
Yeah,
wow.
Here's some tough luck there. It's having a couple of games.
He's been riding the low life count, and he's been paying. He's unfortunately paid for it a couple of times in the last few.
Yeah, definitely a game again with Dr. J, and he could go for the clip here. I don't know if he knows about the clip, may not, but definitely shows that, you know, game overs and life counts, you know. Go for those triple stars, because again, you know, if you're not too familiar with the game, or you know, it can happen sometimes, and you'll see it. Sometimes people get stun locked on Hammer Brothers, especially worst case scenario, like you're little and you have 2 Fire Brothers and it's in a water stage, and you're just like, you have like no chance to use an item because it instantly activates, and man, you can drain lives so quickly, you know, in less than a minute.
That's something I was extremely scared of at the beginning of the game, because I was down to 1 or 2 lives. And because I didn't get a star on the first level, it was going to be difficult for me to get a hold of lives, and I had to slow down quite a bit early in the game. But once I got up to 6 or 7 lives, I could just go.
Yeah, very scary is the beginning of this run, because you have nothing. You have no inventory, you're little, and you don't know what you're going to start with. So you just hope for something. Okay, this is a freebie level. You know, I can get through it. Maybe here's a level I can get an item out. Lucky, but you know, really tough. And once you get going,
I noticed someone said Big Bass mode sounds fun in the chat.
Okay, let me tell you. Okay, so let me tell you about what me and Fred have been talking about. We've been talking about literally last year, like God, I don't know, September, October, about hard mode, where we actually place one is going to be our super hard mode, where we have a boss bass added to every single level. That includes airships and Koopa Kid and Bowser fights.
Oh God.
So so just imagine. Now, one thing I haven't tested, which I might do that tonight when I'm thinking about it, is that if you kill Bowser, Boss Bass is still active. He can still eat you until you go in the door. So I'm like, yo, you can't just sit there and relax and chill. You know, we might just put 2 Boss Basses in just to make it more fun. Have one come from both directions. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff there. That's some Kaiser Mario mess there now. So, but yeah, that's one thing we talked about for like super hard mode, you know, just to liven the game up, you know, no relaxing anywhere. But yeah, we're talking about boss bass in like if you go into a coin room, like 1-1, you take that pipe into the coins in the shape of the 3. Yep, there's a boss bass down there. Oh yes, oh yes. So, but yeah, hey, we'll find a way. If I gotta help them code some stuff in there, we'll find a way for those who want to really have a fun experience. So let's see if we can get Yuveling in here.
Yeah, that'd be great because I'd love to discuss the seed.
Let's see if Yuveling.
We need to, and we need to kill some time. Dr. J still plowing through it.
Oh, yeah! Shout-outs to Dr. J for his tenacity because this is, like I said, not at all an easy seed.
He had a rough go at it, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Again, and this. Just in the short time that we have raced, you've seen, some fast tracks, and you've seen the struggle. It just happens. I mean, even some of the better players just run into these tough situations. Some of it because of, lack of knowledge of levels, which only gets better with time. You play it more, you do a lot of these practice races, and you get more knowledge about the levels. So you at least know how to kind of get through them and then have to worry about the headache of the enemies later. Let me see if I can... Yeah, it looks like it actually looks like Dr. J actually forfeit from the race.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I think it was just maybe a little bit too much for him. Again, it is a little cumbersome. Again, being a little bit ways behind there.
Yuveling joins us in the call. Good GG, good sir.
GG Yuveling, that was tough seed.
That was.
Like, I couldn't even sub 50 it, so it's got to be hard. Skybilz couldn't sub 50 it either.
And in case you're wondering, Skybilz was, I have the note right here. Actually, I have it right here. 5509. Raiko, you won the quad with 5348. Yuveling, you did 113.54, and there was a forfeit for Dr. J. I always say DJ.
Yeah, so Yuveling, tell me about your seed, man. What did you love about this?
Oh, I can leave my comment. Alright. Enjoy.
Maybe it's like I can't stand none of it. Oh, maybe that's the silent treatment, eh? Okay, I got you.
Probably having some microphone problems, maybe?
Yeah. Well, Dr. J decided not to do an interview, but he did say this is his very first time doing Mario 3 Randomizer. So, I applaud him for doing it, man, because my first time wasn't exactly too pleasant either when I played this Randomizer. I'm like, man, what is this, man?
Oh, believe me, I know.
So
I did a lot of beta testing for Fred, so it was also a little bit rougher around the edges when I first started playing.
Yeah.
So, hi, do you hear me now?
Yeah, Yuveling, what's up, man?
Hey, Yuveling. Hey. GG.
Thank you, RaikouRider. Raikou. I don't get it.
Yes, Raikou. Yes, Raikou, like the Pokemon.
Right. GG will play it. That was awesome, dude. Like,
thanks. I felt like
was, wow. 53, 48. Wow, awesome.
Yeah, my movement just overall in that seed was really, really crisp.
Yeah. So, Yuveling, let me ask you something. How familiar are you with Mario 3 at all? Something you played a lot?
Not so much. I was just like playing casual, my whole life, once a year maybe. Finish the game
once a year.
Like,
so you played a whole lot,
like
then I see.
Excuse me.
But so how much have you done Randomizer? Have you been like practicing a lot, or is like this like how many randomizer races or how many randomizers have you done approximately? Would you say of Mario 3?
Like this week we're like I think 4 or 5 maybe.
Mm-hmm. So this is your 5th or 6th race, I would assume. Your 6th time going through it.
Yeah. So.
I got you. So what do you think were your biggest challenges in this particular seed here of this game?
Well, the earthquake 4-hit Wendy, that was like
oh yeah.
Some in my
I got super lucky on the Wendy. Like some really peculiar stuff happened when I fought her.
Yeah,
What?
getting windy in stunlock style plus over 3 hits. It's you have to deal with 3 rings. Oh boy, not fun anyway, especially on that non-flat terrain. It doesn't help either.
Yeah, that whole fight was ugly. I got super lucky.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I just P-wing out of it. Then I got hit even with the P-wing. So
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, P-wing on when I said you don't see that too often. Again, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do just to avoid all that mess below, But those rings are still bouncing around the stage there.
yeah, but they bounce at the fall ceiling, and I thought, well, I just fly away and fall down when there's none.
No,
Didn't work at all. So yeah, I did my best. So I'm just okay. I'm not really happy, but not devastated. I'm not bad. Well, I guess I'm not that bad. I don't know.
Well, that's what I say. The thing is, even if you're newer to it, you only get better at it by playing it, here and there and doing the races. Because when you're new to it, it's like you said, the game, but hey, now you have a whole randomizer. And of course, as you play it more, you kind of get used to, what you need to do, how to kind of route through it a little bit better, and of course, when to use those better items, and just like you said, the P-winging, hey, if it's too much of a struggle, hey, fly over it and save some time, save some deaths. Unfortunately, Dr. J, had some unfortunate deaths and had the game over a couple times there. So, but at least, you stayed in the match, man. And that's why I said, always try your best to finish it, unless it's just too cumbersome, because you want to have a time at least, so you can know how how you do better. I mean, C's are pretty randomized, but it does happen. So,
Yeah,
but I applaud you for continuing to finish it and go through the race, man. Definitely.
Well, when I watched the how do you say it, the dawn mark from Raiko, I was like, well, the thing is over, but I don't know if this in the stream you gotta keep commenting. You wanna when the people wants to watch me fall over again until I go through.
Yeah, that's what they do, man. Because I mean, I think as a watcher of it, people struggle, but they want to see you conquer it eventually. They don't want to see, they don't want. I mean, people do give up, and sometimes it can be very, very frustrating, especially like Dr. J. It was his first time doing a randomizer, so he's kind of, walking into it blind. But I applaud him. He may have to forfeit, but he kept trying and trying, man. I mean, he went through several game overs, so I mean, that's pretty doggone good in my opinion. He just kept trying, and he game over, bump it. Let's try it again, but you got through it, and it only gets better from here, man. In my opinion,
Yeah, thank you.
Got your first race out the way. Okay, now I know what to expect. Okay, I'm ready for the next one.
There's a matter of pride. Hey, you got it done.
Don't worry, I'll give you a harder seat next time just to make you more frustrated.
Yeah, thanks.
No more garbage fires.
Dude, let's just start with like 742 with a Bertha and a son. Just fun stuff.
No, please get that out of here.
Hey, the randomizer gives it to you. I just gotta find that one seat that gives me both. Got the little code here. Find it. But so anyways, you all, I guess I'll wrap it up. We do have another 4x4. Oh, not 4x4. That's too many people. Another 2x2. Wow, 8 screens at once.
Another doubleheader. You have another doubleheader coming up at the twitch.tv/Speed Gaming. If it's Speed Gaming 3?
Yeah, it's going to be on Speed Gaming 3. Yeah, Speed Gaming 3.
Speed Gaming 3.
We'll have
that. Calling that with another gentleman.
Yeah, Cross Product will be stepping along with me. We have 2 matches. We have Buzz Thunder going against Ace of Arrows, and Doug Fist going against Jay Coper.
Oh, both of those matches will be good.
So we got 2 of those. That's going to be at 12:30. So that's about 54 minutes from now, 12:30 a.m. Eastern time. So late night racing of Mario 3 Rando. That would be again, as Maddie just said, over on Speed Gaming 3. So make sure you all stick around for that. So
and for that being said, and for those of you who want to support everybody, hey, the links are somewhere in the in the Twitch chat that have been poking around all over the place.
Yeah.
Give these people a follow. Please do. They're giving you free entertainment for your enjoyment. Please give them this. Of course, follow this gentleman on Twitch as well at twitch.tv/GameJO6.
I know which time.
May I say a little something about the following me?
Do it.
I really thank the people following me, but I actually speak Spanish. So in my stream, while I'm live, actually, I am speaking Spanish. So may I speak Spanish?
Yes.
Go right ahead. Right ahead.
Thank you. Si hay alguien aquí viendo el stream que hable español, bueno, pues es muy bienvenido a mi canal. Les agradezco mucho los follows. Estoy a punto de lograr la actividad para ser afiliado, entonces pues eso es todo por lo pronto. Thank you.
Oh, gracias.
I was saying that I like to have Spanish-speaking people in my channel, so English too. I'm really welcoming
We're
about
not
it. Sorry. but I really I have trouble speaking English, so yeah. That's that.
And that's the thing about video games, man. Video games bring together no matter what you speak, man. So that's the.
Hey, I'm Canadian. We have someone who speaks Spanish. We're all over the world, ladies and gentlemen.
Jacob was like, "What'd you say about my mama?" No, nothing. But anyway, y'all. By the way, also don't forget to follow the Random Mania because there's so many races happening. Not just the Mario 3 randomized, but because there's a massive Key Sanity tournament going over on the main speed gaming channels. So they're having to expand a lot of these randomizer races over to Random Mania because of so many. So like this and like Super Metroid and some of those. So make sure you follow Random Mania 2, 3, and 4 because you will probably see a lot of games on here. People don't really remember these sometimes because it's just for randomizers, but there's stuff that happens here anyway. So make sure you add those to your following list so you don't miss out on stuff on this side. Again, I'm going to do my best to make sure the schedule reflects whether it's speed gaming or Random Mania channel. So keep an eye on those schedules as well, yeah.
Definitely. And I was going to give the rundown for everybody because I'm a podcaster, so I always like to give it the audio version for those just listening in. Twitch.tv/RaikouRider /Yuveling /drjayphd and /Skybilz. That ends with a Z, in case you're wondering. And of course, I do my own thing over at Twitch.tv/RVT Entertainment. And of course, Big John over there at GameJO6.
Don't follow me.
I'm giving you a plug.
Well, muchas gracias for that, man. I appreciate it.
You're letting me tag along and just sit there and call matches like this, taking the brunt of it. The least I could do is give you a plug. And thank you very much for allowing me to come in. Hey, but the cherry's gone. I could do more, hopefully.
There you go. I know this is your first one, man. This is his first time doing this, so we had a first time racer, first time commentator.
I swear I do better. I swear I do better, folks.
There you go.
I am better doing other stuff.
Oh yeah, def. All right, y'all. So we're gonna wrap it up here. I believe we're gonna be there. Gives me a chance to catch my breath since I got another match to commentate. So again, keep an eye out for the schedule. You'll be able to see all the races, !SMB3R on all of the Random Mania and Speed Gaming channels. So you'll be able to catch the races, plan your workday accordingly so you can be totally non-productive by watching way too many races. And yeah, so with that being said, I guess we'll see you all a little bit later. You all have a good one. And again, Maddie, thank you for co-commentating with me. And
the pleasure's all mine.
Until next time, right?
Yeah, the pleasure's all mine. On behalf of Big John, my name's Matty J. Have a good one, everybody. Have a safe one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody.